Hey everyone, Eugene here, back again. Just gonna kind of do something chill again and share some things with you. I did pick up some things. Actually, I got some things sent to me from a friend who just kind of redirected a package to Canada. So from an online discounter that won't ship here. So I had to get it shipped to him in the US and he forwarded it to me. I'm gonna share with you my scent of the day and my thoughts on this new release here. Not going to be a review, but just you know, my thoughts. Also, I really want to fix something that I made in my last video. Obviously a grammatical error, and somebody had caught it and corrected me. I spoke to a lot of people about this today. By a lot, I'm talking about a dozen, and only one other person was aware of this. I've talked to online bloggers, perfume bloggers, I've spoken to other YouTube reviewers, and I've talked to in-store sales assistants. And what I'm discussing here is, this is the new Shalimar Souffle Intense. For years and years and years, or as long as I've known it, I've always thought of it as souffle, like the dessert, the pastry, the egg whipped, you know, pastry with filling inside. Apparently it's not souffle. I've had it wrong all this time. And if I have it wrong, I'm certain other people are misinformed as well. And just by making a video on this yesterday, or the last one I did, I'm misinforming people. And I don't really like that. So I want to correct this, and I actually feel really dumb. I want to apologize. I want to thank the guy that corrected me. His name is Eugene as well. Thank you for catching that and pointing that out. He was the only one to really mention it. And I was kind of dumbfounded. I've kind of looked at the name many a times, and I always wondered why there was no, that French accent aigu on there. I never really figured out and never really cared to investigate. I just didn't. Like I said, I had very little experience with the souffle. I think it's pronounced souffle. Souffle. So it's a French word for breath or breeze. Yeah, so the breath of the perfume, or a breeze of perfume. I'm not quite sure, but I just really wanted to put that out there, and I wanted to show my bottle again because it is absolutely stunning. But I've just kind of worn this Souffle Intense around the house. I haven't really worn it out, like really worn it, but I probably will, if not tomorrow, the day after, because I did wear it last night actually, just a couple hours before going to bed, and I really enjoyed it. So I think I'm gonna love this one. Okay, let's open this, and we'll talk at the same time because I've kind of got a lot to say. You've probably noticed I'm uploading videos more than normal. My wife is she's very motivated, and she's kind of taken on this huge project that's going to get her out of the house in the evening. So the kids are playing, and I'm just kind of sitting here with not much to do. I actually did get to go after work. I had my son with me. We went to the new Nordstrom here just outside of Toronto, and just did a little bit of sniffing, and didn't really buy anything. I knew this package was coming in. I kind of sort of agreed with Christo to go in on a purchase with him just to avoid paying shipping and stuff like that from the US. But just, one quick trip to Nordstrom. Oh, we also went into the Hudson's Bay, which is kind of equivalent to Macy's, let's say. And I got a ton of samples here. And I usually hear like a lot of complaints about people not being able to get samples. My just turned 6-year-old produced these somehow. We've got Prada Carbon Luna Rosa, which I've got zero interest in. Prada Sport Luna Rosa, and again, Prada Sport Luna Rosa. Like, the Sport I have absolutely zero interest in. The Carbon, I've never smelt it. I'm willing to give it a shot, but I'm not expecting much. So he was kind of messing around with the testers and the blotters and stuff, and the women were all over him, and he came running back with these 3. I think he's got 2 more in his pocket, actually. So picked those up. I picked up a Oud Minerale, Tom Ford. So this has been out for a couple months. I never really had much interest in Oud Minerale. I think the last time I went out with Christo, we did a little bit of shopping downtown, and while he was busy getting some samples, we were just on our way out. I was just standing there, and a sales assistant happened to walk by, and I asked him for a sample of Oud Minerale, not knowing anything about it, never read the description or the notes, or I had like zero interest in this Tom Ford Oud release. Just didn't care. And he gave me a sample. I put it in my pocket, and on the way out, I kind of spritz them on. And I'm not sure if the name of Mineral just kind of, just kind of played on me. But I did find it really mineral-y, salty, rocky, earthy. But had no idea about the notes and the accords. And the whole time sitting there going, this smells really fishy to me. I'm not sure if it's supposed to smell fishy, which was really awkward because. Fishy and perfume just kind of don't go together, but I ended up wearing it one day and I was really impressed, and even for Tom Ford, I was like, wow, I really like this. I find it really unique and different and kind of gross at the same time, but it turned me on, It was very salty and it had notes of seaweed and seawater and that kind of thing. As far as oud goes, it was like, I probably picked up a touch of oud on the card, on the blotter, more than I did on my skin. And regardless, it interests me, and I found it quite unique. So I'm kind of contemplating picking up Oud Minerale, but I'd never paid full retail for this. In Canada, full retail with taxes, you're looking at about almost $300 for 50 ml, which is blasphemy for a Tom Ford private blend. It's just way too much money. Getting to speaking with the Chanel sales assistants. This was actually my scent of the day. I went with Gabrielle. There's been so much talk on Gabrielle, and it's taken a really big bashing online in the forums, Facebook, that sort of thing, amongst the fragrance, the fume heads. As far as consumers that don't really care about fragrance or perfume, that just want to smell nice, it's selling like hotcakes, the sales assistant told me. It's really popular. Women from all ages are buying this, from very young to older. I asked her if any men had purchased it yet, and she said not for themselves, but some men have purchased it, for their girlfriends or wives. But I kind of am leaning to make this my next purchase. So maybe the next time I head out to the department store or whatever. And I also picked up some samples here. I've got Chanel Chance Eau de Parfum, and I've got Chance Eau Tendre. I have zero experience with these, again, never tried them. I don't think I've ever even smelled them. Which brings me to my point. I kind of touched on this in my last video, just about men wearing women's fragrances, and I kind of want to go back to that. Like, looking at these Prada Luna Sports or whatever they are, they just seem so disinteresting to me. Even like anything in that kind of genre, Hugo Boss, Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, I just got, doesn't interest me whatsoever. I've tried a lot of them, never fully sampled them. I'd never waste the whole day on wearing something like that. And to me, perfume's not really about smelling good or getting compliments. I mean, it probably used to be before I was really into perfume. I just wanted to smell good or clean and that sort of thing. And I've been into perfume now for so long that like the last thing I want to do is wear perfume just to smell good. I want to wear perfume for myself, because it plays an emotion on me. It takes me somewhere where I can't probably really be in, you know, in everyday life. And if I have to wear women's perfume, you know, for it to do that to me, I'm more than okay with that. Like, so Gabrielle's all about florals or flowers, and you know, just because I'm a dude doesn't mean I can't wear white flowers, even though they kind of come off like girly. My wife, she's kind of girly. She can't stand flowers. She doesn't want to wear them. She's disgusted by florals. She wants to wear more ambery, incensey, frankincense-y, smoky kind of things. So vanilla, you know, that kind of thing. Eau de Well, Herod, something like that. Whereas I'm more, I prefer florals, not necessarily white florals. I'm not crazy about white florals, especially if they're screechy. I do like them a little bit more tame, indolic, you know. Yeah, I'm okay even with fruity florals as long as they're not screechy. So I kind of found Gabrielle Chanel, like the first time I tried it, I did kind of find it screechy and just kind of very generic, you know, with that citrus and fruits. It was just launched here, let's say about 20 days ago. Not even. Today is let's see. Today is the 18th. I think it was launched here the 6th, so 12 days ago. And maybe 3 weeks before that, one of the department stores had a tester hidden behind the shelf, and I got to smell it, and it really didn't do anything for me. And knowing that, you know, the launch date was coming, I was so uninterested, I never even went to go check it out. But I have picked up a couple samples. I think this is my 3rd or maybe 4th sample that I've picked up. I've worn it a few times. It is kind of growing on me. It's definitely not what we expected from Chanel, but I mean, at the same time, if you want to wear something daring and bold, you're probably not going to go for a Chanel, you know, either. Your chances are better with a Dior or something niche. Anyway, I picked up a couple more things here. Oh, I got a sample of Gucci Bloom. I really want to try this and be able to compare it to some of these other releases. Gabrielle, Twilly. There's this thing now with white florals. They're just kind of flooding the market. So I'm kind of interested in picking this up. I mean, smelling it and getting to know it, just for comparison's sake, for my own pleasure. I also picked up a small sample at Sephora of Oud Wood. I've never owned Oud Wood, never been really crazy about it, but it's just something else I'd like to get to know. Anyway, okay, that's enough about samples. Let's open this up. I think I know what's in here. I've got a couple of packages kind of heading my way, but I'm pretty sure I know what is in here. This is from my friend Andrew out in California, who kind of, you know, scratches my back every once in a while and will do this for me. And Andrew, I'm not sure if you watch my videos or not, you know, but if you are watching, I want you to know that I really do appreciate this, because it saves me a shitload of money, and it's just really hard to get these, not to get them, but to get them at this kind of prices. Okay. Does a crazy job on packaging. Never have to worry when Andrew's shipping. Okay, so we got about 4 things here. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. We've got 2 Guerlains. One is a backup to a backup, and this is the discontinued bottle of. This is L'Instant de Guerlain Perfume Eau Extreme. Okay, that's backup, I think, to a backup. I think it's my 3rd bottle. I'm not quite sure, I don't remember. And I only purchased it just because they discontinued the bottles, and I think they're absolutely beautiful. Here I've also got another discontinued Guerlain, and it's a from the Habit Rouge series. I've never smelt this. I have no idea what it smells like. I mean, I can guess, but this is, okay, wait for this. That is Habit Rouge Sport. I'm not sure if you can see that. I've kind of got a new camera here, so I'm not really, I haven't sat down and learned how to use the focus, nor do I much care. I'm just really here to share my opinions and thoughts. I'm not here to sell you any affiliates or make money off of my YouTube channel. That's about it. I mean, I'm thrilled that people actually sit and watch my videos and discuss perfume with me, and we can both kind of learn from each other in that period. Okay, I'm not sure. Here we go. There is big red bottle here. Okay, that's Habit Rouge Sport Eau de Toilette, discontinued. I've never seen this bottle anywhere ever, and I'm really excited to get to know this. I think this is pretty highly revered, so I'm glad to have that. Okay, here I've got two Lancome exclusives. So this is from their exclusive line. These are two Oud perfumes. One is a Oud Rose. This is L'Oitre Oud. Okay, so this is a Rose Oud Saffron, and I have tried them out, both of them, once. I got small samples, but I just seen a little bit of conversation about these on Facebook, and they kind of piqued my curiosity. First, I found the bottles were absolutely stunning, and that's what first caught my attention. Just a little bit of information here on Maison Lancome. I don't know if it actually talks. Oh, it talks about each of the exclusives. So these exclusives have been reformulated. These are 75 ml. Comes in a nice travel bag, and the new bottles are actually 100 ml. There are quite a few reviews of these out on YouTube, so check them out. I've watched some reviews. I've seen the discussions on Facebook, and I think the bottles are just so damn gorgeous. Okay, this is L'Oitre Oud. I'm going to come a little bit closer and see if we can get this working. Okay, look at this. A lot of detail there. Gold bottles, brandy colored juice. Look at this. So L'Oitre Oud is quite, it's a little bit spicier than the other one. There we go. But neither of them are really like extremely oudy. I can smell it. It's never been sprayed, but I can smell this right through the atomizer. It smells exactly like I remember. And I'm not sure if the formula's changed on the new ones, but I know they are carrying them, the new bottles, here at Nordstrom in Toronto, 100 ml. And they're quite pricey. They're about, oh shit, I think I remember them being around $240. And these are from an American online discounter, and they're, man, I think they're about 75 bucks each, Canadian, which is like, you know, in between $50, $55 US maybe. And this one is Oud Bouquet. This one's design is a little bit different. This has got a beautiful rose pattern on there. My battery's about to die, it's just blinking. Of the two, I think I like this one just a little bit more. It's very woody. There's a little bit of florals in there. They're very simple, both of them. A lot of vanilla. The oud isn't very strong, but what it is, it's just, it's powdery, and it just kind of morphs into this woodiness in the base. A lot of vanilla, woods, and powder. That's what it is, with a beautiful evaporation off of your skin. Just absolutely gorgeous, both of them. I highly recommend checking these out. Anyway, before my battery dies, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Leave any comments below, and I'll get back to you guys. Ciao.